Sports, and I'm now going to be ranking the AFL club badges for the year 2020, so it's next season. And what you'll find is Port Adelaide, obviously it will be their 150th year anniversary, have released a new club badge, which doesn't actually, there's the old one with the hand coming up through with a lightning bolt. I think that is absolutely outstanding. That one might have actually found its way higher up my ranking board than the new one, to tell you the truth. But anyway, let's get to doing it. In 18th spot, it's the Gold Coast Suns. I don't know what to say about this club badge other than it's pretty shit. They could have done a hell of a lot more. I'm sure there's something good in the Gold Coast that they could have incorporated into the badge. They've put Suns in big right and like kind of curved round the GC, which is a lazy attempt at a club badge with the GC. I don't know if it's supposed to be footy shaped or what, but it is definitely the least attractive club badge. So that puts us on to 17th spot. GWS Giants. Again, I feel like this is a very lazy attempt at a club badge. These two clubs, you can't help but think the AFL has rushed to make a club, not put much time and effort into designing a nice club badge. I know there's no history in it, but you could still have tried to make it look slightly older than what it is. Yes, they want to show that it's a modern club, but you could still have tried to incorporate something either from the local area, Great Western Sydney the club's called, in and around the area, get it incorporated into the club badge, or even give it a more older look. Instead they put Giants with this sort of cool and hip, modern looking G, but it doesn't work for me. It's found itself in 17th spot. 16th spot then, it's the rivals, it's Sydney Swans. I don't particularly like this badge. I think it's not really doing much. The V, Sydney Swans, small writing above the V with the swan neck and the opera house in the background. I think it's a very lazy attempt at a badge. I think it could have been a hell of a lot nicer looking than this. They're an old club, they're a great club. They've done so much in their history, but the badge isn't that nice, is it? If you're being brutally honest, there's better out there without a doubt. Okay, 15th spot, Fremantle Dockers. It's actually not too bad. They've got the anchor in there with the D, the purple background with the shield, and Fremantle Dockers wrote there, and then above it the established and date. It's not actually too bad. I don't dislike it, but there is better. So it's found itself in quite a disappointing 15th spot, to be fair. Feel sorry for Dockers there, but the badge isn't the best, is it? On to 14th spot, Geelong Cats. I don't know why. See there, when it's embroidered, I actually really like it, but when you put the 2020 badge in that's in the ladder for this year, I actually quite like that. It's the same badge, but when it comes up on the screen, I actually think it's dull. The cat's head, I don't know if it's because it's a cat and not like a sort of wild cat like you've got with a tiger there, or a lion or something, a jaguar, something like that there. It's just a cat, it's a domestic cat. It's very nice, but I don't particularly like the badge. I don't know why. I don't mind that there when it's embroidered, and it probably does look better on the Guernsey, but when you're looking at it on the screen and you're judging, you're seeing these right now as I'm talking, but when you're seeing them there, I feel that the Geelong one, it doesn't really look that hot. On to 13th spot then, it's St Kilda. It's not bad. The cross thing, I'm not dying about that. I know it's the St Kilda's got that sort of cross to represent that. St Kilda FC with the red and black flashes coming round, whatever that says there. It's a plain badge. It's still quite bold in the way it's coloured. It does jump out. It's far from being one of the worst. I just think it's not as nice as others. That's what I'll say about St Kilda. I'm not actually going to say I dislike this because I don't. It's just, when you're ranking it, it's hard to rank it higher when you look at other club badges. St Kilda 13th. 12th spot then, North Melbourne. It's pretty plain. It's got the kangaroo head with North coming across there. They're lucky to find themselves here because it is a bold attempt at a club badge. I don't know why. I just think it's not as good as others. I like the fact that they have went bold, but I think the design could have been a little bit better. I don't know what they could have done to make it better. Maybe a kangaroo, boxing kangaroo with big muscles on it or something. North Melbourne, here to fight, you know what I mean? North Melbourne Kangaroos. It's got the kangaroo head and the sort of shield with North going across it. I don't dislike it at all. I just think there's better. And that's why North Melbourne's 12th. Into 11th spot then, it's Carlton. I would have ranked this higher had it been the old club badge. I preferred the old crest with a sort of like reef going round it, but this one, just the CFC monogram. It's plain, it's simple, it does what it does, but it does spell history. I do see that when I see that CFC, Carlton Football Club. I do see it that way, and that's why it's found itself in 11th. It's just the plainness of it. Plain sometimes works, to be fair. I actually could be quite critical here, but if it had been the old club crest, it would have found itself way higher up the board. So, Carlton 11th. In 10th spot then, it's the Crows. Adelaide Crows. I quite like this crest, this club badge. Adelaide Crows with a fierce, facing east, as I've been told. They faced east because it's facing towards the MCG where the trophy could be won. All eagle heads, all bird heads should face that way, although the Hawks face the other way. I don't know why that is. Probably, let me think. Hawthorn, would they be facing west towards the MCG? I don't know exactly the geography of that. However, let me know in the comment section below about that. Adelaide Crows anyway, mean looking head with the Adelaide Crows found itself. And I think it's cool. The red and the blue and the yellow, I think it's a really cool badge. I really like it. There's so many cool badges in the AFL. They're not as cartoony as you see in other sports. They're quite well designed and quite aggressive looking, and I really like that about it. Adelaide Crows, great club badge, 10th spot. On to 9th then, Melbourne, the red and the blue, Melbourne with a sort of monogram MFC in the centre of it, the navy background with the red writing and then the lettering in there. It reeks history. They are the establishment club of Australian rules football, where it all began. Melbourne, the official establishment club, and that badge reeks of history. It just tells you they're an old club. I like the badge. I like the old-fashioned look to it, and this is what I was getting at with Carlton. I think when they've modernised it to the new sort of CFC, they've lost that ancient look like Melbourne have. They're not going to be happy that Collingwood ranked above them either, Carlton, but it reeks history. I'm going to get to that soon. The Melbourne one though, really nice club badge. No gimmicks, no animals in it. Just simple, and they've kept their history and their roots and their traditions, and I love that. I probably should have ranked it higher based on that, but I'm going on looks and looks only. If you were talking about history and all that there, and you were adding tradition and meaning behind the club badge, it would have probably been number one, wouldn't it? But we're going on the visual look, we're going on the way all the club crests look. So, Melbourne, 9th. Into 8th then, it's Collingwood. I like it. I like the Magpie. Probably the most ridiculed club in the whole of AFL. Everybody loves to hate Collingwood. Even Collingwood fans can slag Collingwood fans off. I love that. I love the fact they can take the piss out of themselves. This club badge reeks of history with like the reef going round, the black and white stripes and the circular shaped badge, and the Magpie again looking east like that to where the trophies are won. It reeks history, it's simple, it's plain, yet it's pretty cool. I really like the Collingwood badge. I think they've done a great job with it. I wouldn't change that Collingwood badge. If they did, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. Keep it the way it is. On to 7th then. And they're slightly down the board from where they usually are in my rankings of all my things that I've done so far. It's Essendon Football Club. Essendon in the sort of triangular shaped badge with the bomber coming at you. Boom! Ready to drop bombs on you. Essendon, really cool. Plain and simple and straight to the point with the red and the black and the sort of silver bomber coming aggressively towards its prey. Well done, Essendon. I think it's a cool as fuck badge. Really enjoy it. Simple yet bold at the same time. Well done for that. Essendon, 7th spot. 6th spot now. And we're going to start to see a trend now, because it's going to be mostly animal sort of heads now. Mostly. I think it's cool though. I think it's cool how they've done it. It's the Brisbane Lions with the lion head and the lions and the Brisbane just above it. Not too much writing and the lion head just sort of staring at you. Boom, we're Brisbane Lions. I think it's cool. I think it's not too in your face. I think it's simple and it would look good on a top. Really good design. I also like their other thing that they've got. The other thing that goes on their badge with the lion sort of standing side profile with its foot on top of the Sheridan, as if to say, come and fucking get it if you dare. Come and try and get this footy off me if you dare. I don't fucking think so. So Brisbane Lions, really cool badge. Well done the Lions. Of course, it's probably a more modern take with the merger of the clubs. So it's not really that historical club badge, but I do like it nonetheless. Well done Brisbane Lions. 6th spot. In 5th then, Hawthorn fans, you'll be happy, I've actually ranked you higher up. And I also said in my previous videos, I know I don't like the yellow and brown tops and sportswear. I don't think it looks nice, and that's why your stuff's finding itself lower down my rankings, but your club crest is cool. I like the shield with just the head sort of feathers coming round the shield shape with the hawk's head just looking at the prey like that there. Come on then, come and have a go then. Come on then, I'll fucking take you now. I'm not afraid of you. With hawks, straight to the point, hawks. What you see is what you get. A hawk head, aggressive bird of prey, a fighting club, an unbelievable club historically. How many trophies have they won? It's frightening. Superb club. I always say that in my videos, and I did say in a previous video I really like this club badge. It's a shame really, because there is ones that are slightly cooler, but it's vintage and it's cool. The Hawks have done a cracking job there and found themselves in 5th spot. Okay, as I said, the Port Adelaide there, the power, the old one, probably would have found itself in 1 or 2 to be fair. I think that is superb with power with the lightning bolt in the hand coming through, the old prison bar in the tail. But this modern one with the PA, I think it's pretty cool. It's simple, yet it reeks history of a 150-year-old club next year. They're in 4th spot. I think this is a superb club badge. I'd be delighted with it if I was a Port fan, because it captures the history of the club. Well, it's got the prison bar feel, the teal and the black incorporated in it with the white, and the PA straight to the point, no dicking about. Port Adelaide, simple, historical, cool as anything. It's took everything into consideration when making this badge, and this is what I was getting at with the modern clubs like the Giants and the Suns, which don't have really that much history. Could they have incorporated a little bit more to do with their roots and their origins of the location they're from? I feel like they were hurried at clubs by the AFL. They didn't put that much time and effort into the more finer details as well. And it sort of cheapens the clubs, if you like, with the big, huge Giants and Gold Coast Suns and the badge, the modern. It looks like really tacky clothing that you get in, you know, like you see like all the sort of chavvy people in England where Mackenzie wrote down it, you know. That's what it feels like when you look at the Giants and the Gold Coast Suns. What Port Adelaide have done here is just go back to the basics, back to simple PA with the prison bar, putting that historical prison bar look that they've got in their club colouring with the teal and the black. beautiful club badge. Well done, Port Adelaide. So in third spot then, I cannot say anything else other than this is simply beautiful. It's the West Coast Eagles. I love the eagle head. Just something about it. It looks fierce. It looks mean, it looks like it's ready to just pounce and grab its prey by the scruff of the neck and show it who's boss. West Coast Eagles, again, they've not really needed to do too much here. It's just the eagle head going, looking fierce. Everybody knows what it is. Straight away you go, that's the Eagles, that's the West Coast Eagles. They don't even need to have the West Coast Eagles written that for me. They could lose that, they could just put the Eagles head in it, and you know straight away it's the men from Western Australia, West Coast Eagles, cracking with the blue and yellow head, the colouring, West Coast Eagles. I don't actually think that does it a disservice, really, the writing in it, but I still think they could lose it and just have the head. As simple as that, the head, it tells a story. What were they, the first club ever outside Victoria to win an AFL championship? They won the Premiership. They are a brilliant football club, and I love the badge. Well done, West Coast Eagles. Okay, so we're on to second spot. There's only two clubs left. It's the Western Bulldogs and the Tigers. I don't know about you, but they are two absolutely outstanding looking club crests. Now, no matter what I do here, I'm still going to get accused of bias. No matter who wins this, I'm still going to get accused of bias, and that's fine. And I've got to come back to previous points. I am judging this on looks and looks only. There could be a slight hint of bias in this, but I've really not went with the bias on this. Trust me. Even if the Bulldogs are finished second here or they win it, it's down to the visual look of it. They are two really, really cool club badges. So, without any further ado, I'm going to need a drum roll. Who is the winner of the 2020 AFL Best Club Badge? Drum roll, please. And the winner is the Western Bulldogs. Okay, so before we judge the Western Bulldogs badge, we're going to go to our beautiful badge of the Tigers, the Richmond Tigers, the runner-up. I think it is an absolutely outstanding club badge. We've got the fierce tiger roaring, ready for battle. The shield around it, just cool, but the tiger takes up the whole of the shield, looking ferocious, looking ready to go. And in the last few years, there's no denying that the Richmond Tigers simply have been the best club in the AFL. 2 out of 3 premierships, and it really is that simple, isn't it? They're a great football side with a cool club crest. The Roaring Tiger with the yellow and black, as they famously shout. I think it's a fantastic badge. It does the club proud. They're an old club, established in 1885, so a very old club as well. But certainly a club I really like to watch, so well done for your runner-up badge. Richmond Tigers sort of deliver across all boards as well, like Essendon on their club's gear, whether it's their home kit, away kit. Obviously now I'm doing their badges. I've done their Christmas jumper, pretty cool. The only one I think I didn't really like as much was the one that I ranked for the Indigenous Guernsey with the turtle on it. I didn't really feel that. I thought it overpowered the yellow sash. And it doesn't need to be as... It could have been a nice, prettier pattern going through there, just Indigenous patterning with no big bold animal on it. So that's the only one that didn't really do well. They're across the board. They deliver on all fronts, don't they, Richmond? But on to the winners. The Western Bulldogs. I absolutely love this club crest. Again on the shield, the Bulldog side profile, snarling Bulldogs through and through. Western Bulldogs with the red, white and blue. I absolutely love the colours of it. Again, a more modern looking crest, but yet the colour, they've went simple, they've went with the animal, the bulldog, and they've got it in its most ferocious looking face, but with the shield in the background. It's simple on the top of a shield with the Western Bulldogs rope, but small, just above the shield. And the snarling bulldog. I just think it's cool as anything. I love the colours, love the shield. Well done, the Western Bulldogs. Karen the Doggies, the winners again of one of my ranking videos. Well done. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think the clubs for 2020 now, what you think the order should be for your 18 to 1 in the comment section below. It'd be great to hear your feedback. If you disagree with me, let me know. I don't mind. It's all opinion based. All I'm doing is basing my opinion on the visual look, how they look, and look only. Nothing to do with the clubs. If you like people that support that club, or if you like a player that plays for that club, that is irrelevant. It's just how the club crest look. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the notifications bell on so you don't miss any of our future uploads. There's going to be loads and loads of AFL videos to come. You don't want to miss it, so do put the notifications bell on. You do not want to miss that. Follow us on our social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram. All that will be in the description section below. And how you can help support and fund the channel, such as Patreon. I would love it if you could become a patron. It really would help us fulfill our dream of doing our AFL vlogging trip to Australia and our tourism vlogging trip in Australia. Or you could do a one-off donation, which again is another link, and it's Get Us to Us. Donate on that. That would be fantastic as well. Thanks very much, everyone. I am the Donfather of the Dawn of World Sports. I'll see you all soon, and goodbye.